Well, greetings everyone. It's time for another weekly update. It's exciting to see where we are as folks are wrapping up week 3 and moving into unit 4. Folks are getting started with their action plan for their high leverage initiative. I hope this course is a great opportunity for you all to dig into one thing that you can do this summer or early next year to really get your investment in the VILS program off to a terrific start, to really find the next level of work for your school. This course is a great opportunity for you to plan something specific, something concrete, and something that you think will make a big difference for your teachers and for your students. There's been some great work and some great discussions. It was really great looking back over the asset maps that people have developed. There are two that we really liked. One was from Maria Montoro at Mater Academy in Miami, whose mascot was a lion, and so she picked a lion's paw as the way to visualize her asset map, and talked about some of the sort of key partners in the work that she does there, which for her included parents and teachers and community partners, administrators, but really trying to put students ultimately at the heart of all the things that they do in their initiatives. Was fun too to read and look at Amanda Robinson, who organized an asset map around a set of concentric circles, where the center is the main goal, and the outer circle is the broader vision. And the middle school are the different kinds of resources to bring to bear on these challenges. So those were fun to look at, and hopefully that they give you a sense that for all the things that you're tackling in your schools, oftentimes teaching can feel like an incredibly isolating job, but we really are embedded in networks of people, of teachers, of colleagues, of administrators, of students who can help bring our goals to life. It was fun to read people's work in the language of learning discussion. Micah Williams from Fort Bend had some great reflections on how they were going to align the fact that in her district, people are sort of in different places with their technology uses, that some people have been implementing for a long time and others are just starting out. But now that everyone has relatively equitable access, it's a chance to create a shared vision with an abundance of support that the Verizon Innovative Learning Schools program provides. Angela Smyers of Irving ISD said similar things, that one of the things that she was most excited about was just the degree to which there was really a multi-year journey ahead for Irvine in cohort 4 starting this year. She's saying for true systemic change to occur, time is required, and the VILS program is exciting because of all the aspects included that's been missing from some of the other things that they've participated in. So that's really exciting to hear where those schools are at and how they're moving forward. Looking across the early drafts of people's initial action plans, I just want to really encourage people to think of this as an opportunity to think very carefully about one initiative that you're doing. Obviously, there's going to be a whole bunch of things that you'll work on next year to bring about better teaching and learning. I would encourage you to take on the challenge in this class of really just concretely thinking about one of those things. You're going to have to do lots of things, and many of them you'll have to do just as efficiently as you possibly can because you've got so many things going on. Think of this course as a time to really think through one particular initiative that you think has the best chance of bringing about what does awesome look like, the awesome futures that you imagine for your students and teachers, and really delving deeper in this course in one of those things that you probably would be able to do normally in your day-to-day work. So we're opening up Unit 4 this week. Unit 4 has been some of the work that I've been most excited to learn about over the last year. I've gotten to know a colleague at MIT, Peter Senge, who, along with a bunch of other folks at the Sloan School of Management at MIT, have been really thinking about how organizations functions, how organizations thrive, not just in schools, but in every sector in society. And one of the things that they've observed is that organizations get work done in teams. In most organizations, sort of the core way that work gets done is people coming together to collaborate on making new things possible, doing more than would be possible in working alone. And in some ways, the core practice, the core competency of teams is communication. People that can talk to one another honestly, candidly, effectively, supportively, move forward faster and with greater efficacy than in places where people have a tougher time talking. So in many ways, what Unit 4, and I mean, in some ways it seems sort of incredibly simple, but I think there's good evidence that it's conversations that are neglected, is just thinking about how do we talk to one another, especially in the context of, over the course of integrating technology across a whole school. There are just going to be ups and downs. There's going to be frustrations. There's going to be incredibly exciting things that happen. How can communities come together to really effectively talk with one another? And can we share with you in this course some really concrete practices that we think will help you do that? Every sector in society has its own challenges with conversation. In schools, we have two particular challenges that I'll help you be attentive to. And one is that there's very few workplaces where the work is as atomized as it is in education. Very few other workplaces build buildings where adults are isolated from one another by four walls, like we do with the classrooms of a typical school. So that's one challenge, is that just a lot of the work that we do in education is deployed individually, even though we know that a lot of our best work is created collaboratively. And then two, most schools, and I think this will resonate with most of you, have a real culture of politeness. And a politeness that is so strong that in many places teachers and administrators really feel like it's a challenge to talk candidly about other people's work performance. It's really hard in schools to talk candidly about whether or not the things that we're doing are working, whether or not they're making a difference for kids, what kinds of things we could do better, what kinds of problems or issues that we see. Not in a way of evaluating people, not in a way of judging people or of saying this person's a good teacher or this person's a bad teacher, but just in a way of, the only way we can get better is if we can look really candidly and talk really candidly about how we're doing, so that we figure out what our strengths are and what we can improve and how we can move forward. So part of what we'll talk about in this course is just some of the challenges of politeness, and how we can move from politeness, hopefully skipping past sort of rudeness and conflict, just to real dialogue with one another. And some of the exercises we'll do in the class, hopefully will get you to think about leadership. One way to think about it is beyond a neck up activity. Leadership isn't just planning, it isn't just strategizing, it isn't even just getting to work. It's really thinking about the relationships that we have with one another in a community, and how we talk to each other is really central to those relationships. So hopefully some of the work that we'll do this week in working together through ups and downs will help you as you take on those thorny challenges in the weeks ahead. We're super grateful for folks who are participating. Again, if you've fallen a little behind, don't worry, jump back in. Do as much as you can to the best of your ability. We're thrilled that you're here. We're thrilled with the conversation and the work that we're seeing. And we hope you have another terrific week as summer has officially started and is now in full swing. Take care, everyone.